Hi guys! If you got an SOS box this month, you'll find that you got these cool little Knitter Barber cords inside them. I picked up the empty one, I think. These things have so many uses. They're silicone cords that have a hole in the top. And you can use them to hold stitches on a thumb, on a mitten. If you need to try on a sweater, you can feed the stitches onto these instead of a waste yarn really quickly by just taking your needle and squeezing it into that little hole. Make sure it's really tight. And then you would just slide all your stitches onto the cord. And these are long, so you can like stretch it out over your body to get it on, and they're flexible too, so they won't hold your stitches like a needle will. But I also found that they're great for provisional cast on, which some of you curse me for putting in many of my patterns, but maybe you won't now. So for the SOS project in May, they're oven mitts, and they start with a provisional cast on. And I experimented with this a couple times, and I found that weirdly, the best cast on to use with this is the crappiest cast on. It's the backward loop cast on. It's terrible for almost every application except for this. So to start, you're just gonna pop the cord on your needle, make sure it's snug. And then you don't need to leave much of a tail because we're not doing long tail. And make your slip knot. And then sort of just fold this so that you're holding the cord kind of taut against the needle, and pop the slip knot over it. Snug it up a little. And then you just do the backward loop cast on over both the needle and the cord. So this is kind of a funny angle. You guys know I'm not much for making videos. And you just keep doing that, and then you see you have your stitches cast on over the needle and the cord. When you go to start knitting, you just pop this off and you start knitting, and you want to knit a row before you join into the round, just because joining with the cord attached is super annoying and twisty. But then you can start knitting. And then I have another one. This is an oven mitt for one of the cats, I think. Just so I could show you how it is at the end when you want to go pick up those stitches. So all your stitches are just sitting in here. I think you can see it pretty well. And when you want to get the stitches back on the needle, and this is the same for if you're feeding them on to check the size of your sweater. Actually, I'm going to back up for a minute, because for the mitts, imagine this is sort of the main hand, and then you're going to do the thumb, which is smaller. So what you want to do first is stick your needle through here, because you're going to off center it. You're going to want to get these stitches on the needle. These stitches, sorry, I was out of frame. So you want to slip these through here. Pop the cord in the back on and pull it through. And then you can pull the front cord out of it, because you don't want those stitches yet. But when you go to start knitting, you're going to pop again this on the top tight, pull it through the stitches you want. And this is a funny example, because obviously it's way less stitches, but we're going to pretend that I only wanted to go to that one. And then just shove your needle through, pop off the cord, and then all the other stitches are still held for you on this great cord. So you've got a little centered thumb thing for your mitt, and all the other stitches around here. And then you'll reattach your yarn, cast on, pop this back on, reattach your yarn, and cast on. I guess I'll just do that because I think it might be getting confusing now, and I don't want it to be confusing. So we're just going to go again with our terrible backward loop cast on. Just going to pop this on here. And I'll just do a few. Okay, take the cord off. And this is going to be okay because this will be over. You'll see in a second. Okay. So then we'll start knitting across. And again, you want to knit a row. I like to knit through the back loop. You can knit through the front loop, but it's not going to matter too much. I'll knit through the front just to make it not seem like I'm doing something super strange. And then you can see that this cord then curls around so it's in the right direction. And if you were magic looping, then you would pull this out and continue knitting. Let's see. Across this tiny little fake thumb. So now you can sort of see, those are the stitches that were on the cord, and there's always going to be a half stitch off, so it looks not quite perfect, but pretty close to perfect. And if you were continuing with your thumb, then you would join these into the round and continue on. But as my cats don't cook, I'm not going to continue making them this tiny little oven mitt because they're going to have to earn their worth first. But that's about it, and it's just a fantastic use for these cords, and the uses are countless so far. I'm going to keep a running list. Maybe I'll even get a bottle of wine and do more videos, because that's generally what I need. Okay, so yeah, enjoy your oven mitts. They are the best oven mitts ever. No heat transfer at all. It's so great. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.